Turkish President Erdogan received a historic welcome ceremony in Cairo earlier this month as the two countries rebuild their ties after 12 years of tension. The visit produced 18 agreements and set a $15 billion trade target. The highlight, however, was their strengthening of defense ties, resuming military drills, and the activation of their higher-level Strategic Cooperation Council.
The recent developments in the Middle East, North Africa, and all of Africa forced the two countries to find common areas so they can cooperate, consult, and coordinate. Sudan is a neighboring country for Egypt. It is on the Red Sea. Therefore, it is connected to the Red Sea and the Horn of Africa. Turkish presence in that region is important. It cannot be ignored. That's why the two countries are now coordinating in that region.
The Cairo summit followed reports of Turkish drone strikes successfully attacking the arms supply line for Sudan's paramilitary group, the Rapid Support Forces. The drones were reportedly operated from an Egyptian military base near Libya and the strongest display of support to the Sudanese armed forces in Khartoum. Egypt and Turkey also announced alignment on supporting the governments in Somalia, Syria, and Lebanon to preserve these nations' unity and curb the influence of militant groups there.
One of the main unresolved issues between them was Libya. There is no Egyptian-Turkish coordination to resolve the conflict in Libya. There is coordination on the highest levels when it comes to Sudan and the security of the Red Sea. This coordination can only grow if it is planned to include Saudi Arabia.
Some experts believe that the October 2023 Israeli war on Gaza was one of the main drivers that pushed the Egyptian-Turkish rapprochement.
Realizing a danger that threatens these two regional central powers, that is Israel's expansion plans, they are trying to build a regional coalition that includes Saudi Arabia in an attempt to confine that Zionist threat. The next day to Erdogan's visit to Cairo, we had reported statements from Israel Prime Minister Netanyahu warning against the development of Egypt's military power. We also had Israel's security institutions warning against developing Egyptian-Turkish ties.
Israel enjoys full and biased support from the United States of America. We and the Turks are creating a new regional dynamic that is decreasing the control of the greatest power that supports Israel. I think in one way or another they succeeded in resisting these pressures, and that exposed bias through preventing the migration of Palestinians and reaching a ceasefire no matter how volatile it is.
Egypt and Turkey severed ties in 2013 after el-Sisi. Back then, the defense minister ousted Egyptian President Mohamed Morsi. Business ties, however, resumed without much interruption. The natural gas boom in the East Mediterranean, a region they both share, pushed the leaders of the two countries to shake hands for the first time in Qatar during the 2022 FIFA World Cup. After years of political rivalry and severed diplomatic ties, Egypt and Turkey realized that cooperation meets their needs more than confrontation. They put an end to the regional zero-sum games, realizing that it's in their own favor and the entire Middle East benefits if two of its greatest powers ally. Adel Mahroui, CGTN, Cairo.